Well, you can't.
You have to get the binding kind of like bent a little bit.
The binding has to be a bit sturdy.
Yeah, but you have to loosen it up a little.
Give it a bit of a shake up.
And it'll read through a lot better.
So you have to, when you got a solid book like that, you gotta first shake it up a bit before you even crack open those pages.
Currently that far in.
That's
a sliver.
It's a solid.
A tiny sliver.
80th of the book right there.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back.
Did we start?
Yes. That was the intro.
We were talking about me reading War and Peace.
How many pages
didn't even
is
talk
that?
about what we were talking about.
We made a pact with our roommates to read War and Peace.
We got a
in
date
1 year.
set. Do you have it in your phone? I have it in mine.
I have it in my phone.
Yeah, Carter has the date.
I think it's like July 20 something, or July 17th or some shit.
I'll probably try to finish this by, like, if I'm not done by January, I'd be upset.
Really?
So,
I'll probably read it.
I'll probably try to finish it, like, over Christmas break.
I probably want to finish it by like May-ish. That's a good time.
Yeah, it's like over 1,100 pages.
That's gonna be a good read though.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of funny that we're doing this.
Of it and everything was all very interesting, like the timeline and like going through a little history lesson for it.
I feel like I should make a fucking agenda for when we have our War and Peace party.
An agenda?
I don't fucking know. We just read a full fucking book. What are we gonna talk about?
I feel like it'll just be a
good conversation.
Good conversation point for getting together.
Yeah.
Whenever
you could talk about War and Peace for like 10 hours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not all gonna be seeing each other all the time, so like
that'll be a funny
thing to just like talk about with people when we see them.
If we do it on that specific date, that will be a fucking Zoom call or some shit.
We could do a Zoom call and talk
and
about
then fucking record it. That'd be that's fried. That's fried as fuck.
Record the meeting. This meeting is being recorded, everyone. And put it on YouTube. We'll put it on our YouTube channel.
The boys discuss War and Peace. The boys dissect War and Peace.
I still need to make a YouTube channel and then I'll put all this shit on it.
Shit is moving. I love this background music, courtesy of Holden Freistroffer.
Yeah, I wonder if you can hear it even.
Oh, you can easily hear it.
Yeah.
The phones have fucking good sound.
New phones.
While I've been procrastinating this week through my finals, I've been looking at new phones.
Yeah.
I kind of want to switch to a Google Pixel.
I need a new phone if you haven't seen how shitty my phone is. Like, it's
the Pixel
fucking ruined.
The Pixel 3s are like, they have the best fucking camera, but I don't even honestly take too many pictures.
Yeah.
For me, it's more about just the hardware, or the software. And it's like, that's kind of my debating point, because it's like Apple software is still pretty...
I like it.
Pretty fucking good.
It's pretty damn great.
Yeah, there's this one phone I saw that had it was like 93% of it was the screen. There was no notch or anything. It was just all, and it looked dope. And like there wasn't even a camera thing. Whenever you want a camera, it would like slide up, and it would like have. But the thing was like the software on it. I heard was kind of shitty, so it wasn't like. So it's like then you don't even really want it.
Yeah.
Exactly. How's your fish doing?
I need to clean his bowl, but he's a great little guy. I recently got a goldfish about 3 weeks ago. His name is Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
I actually got...
Did you come up with that name yourself?
Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I initially got 2 of them.
Oh yeah, he ate the other one.
He fucking killed the other one by biting it.
Was his name like Vinci, and then like after he ate the other one, you're like, oh, he's Da Vinci?
No, I named this one Da Vinci, and the one that it killed was Donatello.
Ooh. That's harsh.
But no, he'll come up and
say hi.
He's not hanging out right now, but
I haven't heard it. Has he talked yet?
No.
When do goldfish start talking? Is that like around 3 weeks or?
No, they don't develop that until a little later. It's maybe about 2 months.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah. He does make noises though.
He does.
Yeah.
He can do some like Morse
Not
code.
no lie though. He fucking blows the loudest bubbles. Like he wakes me up in the morning with blowing bubbles in his fishbowl.
You just hear a pop.
Yeah, it makes like a. It sounds like.
No, it is not.
That
It's
loud.
not that
It sounds like this loud, maybe.
Okay, I'm not. You just hear like good, good.
It's like just up at the top, blowing bubbles against
like
the glass.
it's like
it echoes really loud.
It's like the jets in like a hot tub, just like a big like stream, like.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's a good little addition, good little friend to have around. It's nice to have some life in your room. I like having. I don't know. I just like having a nice environment around me.
Oh yeah.
It's good to see a little fish.
Fish are nice
friend
and easy.
Swimming around, got a plant, some nice paintings on the wall.
Yeah, I wish I had an actual plant. I got some succulents. I'm like, oh, I don't have to take care of those because they're succulents. And then they all died. Like,
yeah, you still
because you still need to like take a bit of care of them. But like when I had like an actual plant outside, I like remember to do that daily.
Get a plant.
Should, but like my room doesn't get like a ton. I have like one corner that kind of gets light.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of light, but you can get some plants that don't need
light
as much. This guy needs more light than it gets.
It's gonna get a 5-foot cactus.
My dad at his old plant used to have this cactus in the lobby, and it was like an open lobby to the second floor. And it like went up to the second floor balcony. It was huge.
20-foot tall cactus.
Just a massive cactus.
If you had to jump, would you rather jump down just the 20 feet, or would you rather try and slide down that cactus?
Jump. Because you're still gonna fall if you do the cactus.
Just like
you're just gonna hurt yourself even more.
I guess that makes sense. You have all these paintings on your walls. You have 2, 4, 5. You have a lot.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a good look. Good aesthetic.
Yeah. Definitely a fan of my bedroom.
I definitely like my space.
It's important to have a space that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
To, like sit inside of.
Well, and it primes you too for everything. Like when you walk into a room and like it's all dirty and messy, and if that's like a place that's like where you're constantly going back to, and that's not gonna make you feel good. But if it's like clean and it looks good and it's like relaxed, like warm lighting and stuff, like or like candles and stuff, like just anything that's like relaxing, I feel like just it really does have a difference on your life.
It's important. So overall, how were your tests and everything this week?
Dude, they were fucking bad. We got our econ grade back. So I had fucking for grad school, I had 2 finals and 3 midterms. I had an accounting test on Monday. I had a econ Tuesday, audit Wednesday, finance Thursday, and today I had strategy. And we got our econ grade back, and the average was a 22 out of 35. So like a 60, like it's like a fucking 65%.
So what? Are they just giving you?
I get average. Oh, they round everyone up because again, it's like in grad school.
Curve.
Yeah. They'll just round that up to like the average, like an A-, which is like the one nice thing about grad school. But it's crazy just how much the tests are that fucking hard. But again, since it's all relative, like you still try because it's like you can't just completely bomb it. So I don't know. It was like definitely the hardest week of the semester, but I don't know. It's weird because it's not gonna like if you fail it, then you're not gonna it's not gonna kill you. But at the same time, like there's kind of a minimum of like I can't just completely bomb this.
Yeah.
You know, and so you have to I don't know. It's a weird balance a bit, but but I mean overall that's why the week is just more challenging, but it's also I don't know. it's a good mental exercise, and like it's a good test of, I think, stress too. Because like it's also in a weird time for a lot of people because they have like interviews and they're hearing back from stuff, and I don't know, it's just middle of the semester, and so you're under a lot of stress, and so like seeing how you act in like a very stressful situation, it's kind of a good test too. Because again, like I was saying earlier,
You're gonna have tough weeks where you're definitely gonna have to do a lot of shit, so that's some good practice to have at least.
And it's like there's a difference between a stressful situation and just being busy.
Yeah.
Because like this week I was not, like I'm usually a lot busier, but I'm not as stressed. But it's because tests have pressure to them. That's like really I have a lot more free time because all I had to do was study. But like just the pressure of tests makes it so like it's more tiring and it's like harder to focus a bit, and so being under in that situation is kind of.
I try to not do that with myself really anymore.
Yeah.
Try not to get so stressed out with anything like school related, especially. Like it's just not worth it.
No, it's not.
Because it sucks. No one likes to feel that way.
I think too, just seeing how you do under stress. Like for me, it was really much. Like I need to study, but like I don't know. The stress exists, and so it's like. You know, it's gonna be there to some extent. So being able to take care of your body throughout this whole process this whole week, you know, because it's like by the end of the week you're gonna be pretty tired from all this shit, and like trying to keep your mental because like it's better to be, in my opinion, to be well rested and know like a bit and be able to think still than just like staying up all night.
Yeah.
And being tired and taking it.
It's a world difference.
Still being conscious of like. Oh, I have to like make sure I work out and like, you know, like I'm happy to.
Yeah, that's why you do it.
So
I'm the same way.
It was nice keeping that in mind. Well, and then like earlier this week too, when like I was like stressed and stuff, and we were just like talking, and so just talking to people for like I prioritized that and like over studying.
Yeah, that would have been a great podcast if we had that conversation recorded.
Stresses of.
That was a good one.
Growing up and sustainable lifestyles.
It's what everyone goes through.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, you hope they would go through.
Yeah. Well, just things like naturally evolve, and sometimes they evolve to a point where it's like, is this what I want? And being able to like constantly readjust and recheck. Because if it's not, like if you're getting more uncomfortable, you want to make sure that, you know, you're happy.
Anything else about that company in Palo
Oh,
Alto?
I got an email today, but it was like in this afternoon. I'm like, well, I'm done for the next like 2 days.
Yeah,
and it's
the same.
It's like a Friday afternoon too, so it's like people don't give a shit about emails that much.
No.
So I'll email Sunday. But
yeah.
She said that she's like, I can put you in touch with them, or I think they're on Kelly Connect, and so you can reach out. So she said the internship was up on the website, but I checked and I didn't see one, so I don't know, I'll just reach out. But it was, again, it's weird because it's like kind of a smaller, Frank Rimmerman and Co., I think, LLC, Palo Alto. But it's smaller, but yeah, it's ranked one of the best internships, and if they're still up for in the process, that'd be dope.
I was looking at places like that in advertising and more marketing sectors, but yeah, the ones that had said like best internship experiences, they're all it's none of the like big name top firms.
Every like once in a, like usually there's like one company from the top that's like up there, but for the most part it's like smaller, medium-sized stuff.
Yeah, I think they're just good internships because you're doing a lot.
Yeah.
It's really getting a grasp on how the whole business works.
Those rotational programs
bigger perspective
are pretty helpful. Yeah. So we'll see. If not, I'll probably look more on that list to see if any are still open.
Yeah, the ones that I was looking at though, a bunch of them, since they were smaller places, didn't have as wide of a internship program for people like out of state or things like that.
So you really just have to reach out.
It's more of a, like, if you're having an internship there, you're either about to be working there right after, or else you are like in a college close to them that they're already like doing that with. Like you're taking a class there pretty much. Probably wouldn't be getting paid. That would be bad.
I need to get paid for
I need to get paid for an internship too.
This music is so relaxing.
Should I turn it off?
No, it's good. So everyone just take a second and get cozy. And chill out.
This is getting a little crazy.
Hey guys, welcome to the ASMR section of the podcast where we're all just gonna take a hot sec and listen to some music. Just, sit back in your chair.
This is a good time to mention our sponsors.
Thank you, Patagonia, for sponsoring this episode. High up in the mountains, keeping us cozy, keeping us snuggle.
And biggest sponsor of all is our Upland Brewery.
Nice campfire ale. Pale ale.
And now introducing your new Upland Psychedelic Brew. Thanks for the sponsors, guys. We're gonna switch it up here. That got pretty crazy.
So, guys, we're just gonna break down some math real quick. So, 14 plus 12. What is that?
What? Are you asking me?
It's gonna be 26. That's the answer we were looking for.
Plus 10.
36. Minus 4.
32. And then I don't know if you're asking me right now or this is happening. I guess we just got pretty crazy with that advertising spot in the middle of the podcast.
Just threw us in a loop.
All right. Any talking points?
You're the one with. I thought you had talking points.
Yeah, I did. I forgot what I was wanting to talk about. You know, we were watching that Kanye video last night with Trump.
That's fucking crazy.
Wow, that was something to talk about. It reminds me of. It's funny because that's sort of something that's happened historically, and we're seeing it play out in front of us now. So
where's that happened before?
So like you saw, I don't know if you've ever seen, but there's like posters of it, like Elvis and Nixon together in the Oval Office. Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
Nixon gave Elvis a badge to work as like a FBI agent.
Really?
Because Elvis asked for it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
that's
and
crazy.
so like Elvis was ironically going on like a big war on drugs after his comeback in the early 70s there. So he was gone away from war and doing the movies and had been done doing music, and then he came back in music in 1969 with a Christmas special.
Yeah.
And then he was a couple of years into that and starting to gain weight, and he was like really strong. It's ironic because he was like going against all the hippies and everything. Classic clean cut American man. He was a veteran, and so he was super strung out on all these pills though that were being prescribed to him, and that's ultimately what killed him.
That's
like
crazy.
He died from overdosing on all those pills that everyone was giving to him, but he thought he was talking about being against weed and shit
Yeah.
like that. It's crazy. But yeah, there's a picture of him and Nixon, and so then thinking about that, and then like Kanye and Trump, and also with Nixon too. Who else? It was James Brown.
Yeah.
Like was supporting him too, and everyone, like the whole community around him, was really upset about that for a little bit.
I just can't, like, I can't believe that. I just remember, like, when I watched that video, I was just thinking of it from, like, Trump's point of view more. Just, like...
He was, like... yeah,
just,
it was insane.
Could you imagine being the president of the United States, this man comes in, and you have to see him because of, like, the amount of clout he has, and just how popular, like, he has that influence.
That's what Trump is there
like, so you have to hear him speak,
popularity, so he's obviously going to bring in Kanye West.
Yeah. But even still, like, being in that situation where you're, like, no matter what, like, why he brought him, he's still, like, the president. Like, he has shit to do, and...
yeah.
Hearing that, like, what Kanye was saying was just, like, you just kind of to nod.
Yeah.
He was just kind of nodding along, like, yeah.
He was just like, I have to do this and try to act enthusiastic about it. It was insane to watch.
Yeah, that was crazy. Because I don't know, I feel like Kanye could have brought up some, like, good points. Because at some points, like, he has some good ideas, but, like...
I don't know, from everything I hear, like, interviews with people around him, where, like Jay-Z was on Letterman or something, talking about how much of a genius Kanye is, and, like, obviously how Kanye always calls himself a genius, but, like, so many people say he's a really smart, intelligent person. And then you see, like, a video of him talking like that, and I'm like, wait, is he an intelligent person, or what's going on here?
I just felt like he could have organized his thoughts
he
before going in.
Definitely knows what he knows with music.
Yeah.
He's very smart in regards to that, but... I think he should stay away from talking on that big of a platform if he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. It's just so wild. Yeah.
That was weird. It was a crazy
weird
watch
moment in history.
Yeah, for sure. Are there memes about that yet? There's gotta be.
I'm sure
there's gotta be. I haven't seen
as
any.
much.
I don't look for memes.
I love memes. I'm brain dead.
How long do you wanna?
It's been 23 minutes.
Have anything to talk about?
I wish we recorded one the other day because we talked so much about good shit.
Yeah, we were talking about some interesting things.
I don't know. I'm just ready to chill out. Having time to relax. Like,
this is relaxing.
This is very relaxing. It's nice not having to worry about shit.
Do you want any? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Talking is...
It's an art. It's an art form.
It is an art.
It takes an effort to do.
It's something I feel like as I get more jobs and stuff, like really picking the language that you use is an art, and like that's like using the right language is everything.
Within different environments is important to be able to read the situation and be able to react to your audience is a big thing to learn.
Like we make these sounds with our mouths, and that's how we communicate.
Yeah, for example, like there's sometimes where I really don't talk that much just because, like, I don't know, maybe like in a class where a bunch of other people are talking, I just kind of don't really care as much to chime in.
Yeah.
But sometimes or like, I'm in this philosophy class,
Yeah.
and the teacher is great. She's very smart, and I think she's one of the heads of the department, kind of higher up in.
Yeah.
She's been there a while. Very, very smart, and she tries to make it very accessible to the students.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty small class, but a lot of people don't like to talk in it, and I don't know. I feel bad because I can connect to it and I'm
Yeah.
interested in the subject, so like I'm gonna talk.
Yeah.
So like it ends up being me talking with her most of the class with like a few other kids, and like Carter will talk too.
Yeah.
So it's like 4 people that will maybe talk during the class.
I
with,
like talking in classes.
Yeah.
It's like beneficial to hear other people's. I love too when people disagree with the teacher. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I hate. There's some teachers that you just can't disagree
Yeah.
with, though, or else like unless you want to get a bad grade.
that's what's awesome about. I feel like some of my teachers, like if someone like disagreed with a point or something, he wouldn't even just say they're wrong, but he would like walk you through your thought process, and then like, I don't know, just not being like no, or you know, just asking more. Well, why do you think
It's
that?
actually
And-
teaching why.
Yeah. And it's like that's so cool to hear with.
I have a teacher though that he brags about being a stubborn man. Like he thinks that it's a really good thing to be very bullheaded, and so he just I don't know. He's like a
Jackass.
weird, cocky guy. Yeah.
Priding yourself on being stubborn.
He like
I don't
brags
like that.
about being a sore loser and like stuff like that.
It's a negative attitude.
And so he'll say things that I disagree with that he's like teaching
Yeah.
content wise for the class, but like I don't want to say like this is why you're wrong because he's gonna get pissed off, and I don't want to like him to not like me and me get
Yeah.
a bad grade. You know?
That's so dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb.
Like when people actually disagree with like the teacher, you end up. That's like the moments when I sometimes end up learning the most. Because you like hear them actually defend their point, and you figure out why the other thing is completely wrong. And it's a better way of teaching.
Yeah, there are better ways of teaching than others.
Best way of learning is teaching,
Teaching yourself.
or teaching someone else.
Yeah.
Because if you can like sit there and like coach someone else through it, then you have to have like a good or like
Well,
kind
that's
of
a
learn.
good way of learning, but the way that I go about it is through critical thinking. So like, it's the same concept in that you want to be able to explain it. Like you have to if you can't explain something, you don't actually know it. And it's crazy how people just grow up. Like you can't grow up and be a person in this society and a functioning member of it without accepting a lot of things that you don't understand. So it's that they don't know how to explain things. Like they couldn't teach a lot of these things that are fundamental to their lives. Like you know how you take all these weird things for granted, like maybe scientifically, that like like the laws of gravity, like
that you're
or
aware
like
of, and so you
some
take
like
them into your
weird like
consideration.
scientific laws or things like that you say like, yeah, I understand that, like I know gravity works because I'm here and like whatever, but they can't like write a paper about it explaining what it is, you know. And there's just so much in people's lives that are like that. And so that's how I like to learn, is just kind of thinking about, okay, how would I explain this, and like go through the steps of it.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you try and learn all your subjects? How long does it, I don't know how I've gone, I don't know. I think I'm good at learning.
I like to think of it as, okay, I can write like a 5-page paper about this or something.
That's like a deep understanding of it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had to learn stuff fast on the like very quickly. Like I can speed up on a topic and like within a day or two know
decent
good amount.
have
Yeah.
a lot of ground covered.
Yeah, I just, like,
supportive.
And that's something I think I've like grown to take for granted, but also just I know where to go for like researching and what to find and like
Mm-hmm.
just because like I've had to do it for all my jobs and stuff and
Yeah, just the experience of doing things.
yeah, you know what to like skim and what to look for and deep dive on and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like in like an hour or two I can get like a lot of information.
Yeah, it takes me a while to get what I think is
Dude, I think
good enough understanding for whatever.
I take those nootropics and I think they have helped. This week I've been having like 2 or 3 a day, which it might be placebo, but like if like what's whatever.
If placebo works.
Yeah, exactly. It's like why not?
I would.
And it's just like a
if you could somehow put that into a pill.
Yeah. Placebo in a pill. Yeah. That's actually what 80% of drugs are. In a lot of cases, that probably could work.
If it works, it works.
That's all Aleve is.
That's all anything is.
Everything's a placebo.
Everything's a placebo, man. You just choose. That beer is not gonna get you drunk unless you think it is. You're only gonna fly if you think you can fly.
You can fly if you believe it.
It's a placebo, dude.
It's a reverse. Dude, if I wanted to jump 10 feet in the air, I could. But it's just because of placebo that I can't.
Yeah, I really like that looper pedal that I got for that guitar.
Yeah.
Recently just bought that like a week ago.
I love the like distortion sound on that. It sounds like it's, I don't know, it slows down time a bit and it like really just drags sounds out and creates
It's
this
the
like
way
good
I'm-
background like.
It's the way I'm playing too.
Yeah.
For sure, to get that noise.
Have you tried doing anything like more kind of fast and upbeat like with stuff like that or have you?
Yeah, a little bit. I just kind of like how that sounds
Yeah.
though, because I think it sounds good because I found a few good
loops.
settings
Yeah.
to put it on, to put it together.
It's like a good noise.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
I love doing that. I
great.
really need to make more of it.
If you don't want to start singing, you could. It'd also be equally interesting. I feel like to write papers or like stories behind the song. too.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a cool like making it more of an art piece and like.
Yeah, honestly, like I could sing. I don't know why I don't though.
Yeah. Just do it if you want.
It's kind of hard to write lyrics,
Yeah.
like good lyrics.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound cheesy or whatever.
Yeah. That's why I'd almost rather like just present it and be like, this is my interpretation, but think through. This is what I was trying to create.
Yeah, I think people would be more likely to listen to it though if like there's a vocal explanation
to it,
through it.
Just talk over it. Hey guys, this is my song.
I could, but
just do a
Yeah.
mumble rap to it.
hey, that's what a lot of people do. They don't have the words together yet, so it's a little scat. Kanye did that a lot, and he does that a bunch in his music.
Yeah, Pip Diddy Scoop.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've written some stuff, but I don't know. A lot of people start out with some pretty stupid shit, though. I guess if
Yeah.
you're thinking about it,
It's again
like
probably
before it gets to what they really like.
yeah. Again, it's probably one of those where you just have to like, even if it's shitty lyrics, you just have to start somewhere.
Yeah,
And just,
exactly.
the more because then again, if it goes back to if you're a good learner, you'll put together something. It might be shit, but then you can
just
just
gotta,
keep
like,
redoing
get
it and
through
like
the process.
realize what's wrong, fix it, and then repeat and repeat.
It's a system. It's a process to
Yeah.
get through. But even, yeah, I don't know, even some early stuff of some people that they didn't like themselves, like Mac DeMarco,
Yeah.
like the whole Rock and Roll Nightclub album, his
Yeah.
first, like, solo
Yeah.
piece, like, he thought it was just a joke. Because, like, he was just making, like, dumb lyrics
Yeah.
about, like, trope things. But it, like, sounds good. It's
Yeah.
a good album. I love that album.
Part of it's just like not even the, sometimes honestly for a lot of like I catch myself a lot of times just listening to like the sound of the voice and the beat more and like even if it's lyrics and like less paying attention to like the lyrics.
Yeah, you can listen to music in so
Yeah.
many different ways. There's so many levels to it,
Yeah.
which is great.
Can like intensely
that's the
listen
thing
to
about
it,
music.
Yeah, understand it. Or you can just
You have to know how to put all those different pieces together.
Yeah.
Though, and that can be a lot of work. It's tough.
Yeah.
Because, like, think about that. Like, that's just some guitar.
yeah.
That's fine. That's easy. But you need to do more to it.
I'm just so used to having music like in the background as I'm walking or something and then sitting and listening.
Yeah, I feel like I'm listening to things a whole lot. I don't know. It's nice to, I don't know. It's weird to think that like, not having ear pods in or like listening to something is kind of out of the norm. Like
Yeah.
if you're walking, just because
Yes.
if you're walking on campus, every single person, if you're going to the gym, every single person, like, because they're all in our age group,
Yeah.
kids in college, they're always having something playing.
Dude, I
like, they
always
always
have-
have ear
I
pods.
always
in.
have fucking even now when I work, like I've gotten used to like having this music like background music. It's crazy.
Yeah, I listen to that shit like all day, pretty much.
That's wild. Like I wonder what that's doing to us.
It's doing something. We're
Yeah.
being fed a lot. And I'm listening to a whole lot of podcasts,
Yeah.
really. I haven't been listening to as much music.
I've been on the
lately,
other end. I've
really.
been listening to more music, but
Mhm.
but still, yeah, just constantly taking to
listening-
music.
What are you listening to right now?
Because all week I was studying, I love like that lo-fi stuff in the background
Yeah.
as I studied. It like not for
That's
studying,
nice.
it's helped like easy to zone in. And besides that, I don't know. I've just been like, I've been like looking at more of my Spotify like Discover and like algorithm type shit to like try and just like listen to new shit. And
I really like a quiet background
Yeah.
that helps me focus when I'm studying.
I used to
instead
all.
of music.
I used to never like I used to always just be like very quiet and like nothing in the back, and then like I started listening to that, and like some stuff like when it's more like I don't know when you have to like think through it, like I don't usually play it as much, but
Yeah, there's some things
It's more
though that you
routine.
can have it on in the
Yeah.
background that's not as like focus demanding, but like more just work you have
Yeah.
to do. And I like to listen to jazz when I do that.
oh yeah,
It's
I listen
nice.
to jazz. This is like new jazz kind of evolution of jazz.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah. Besides that, not. I don't know. I hope new music comes out soon.
Yeah. Who are you looking for?
I don't know. I would love to see Tame Impala come up with something new.
Yeah.
What we were just talking about. Oh, I'm excited for this band I heard called Earth Gang. It's like a rap duo from Atlanta, and they had like a couple songs I liked, and they're supposed to come out with a song
Cool.
this year. I don't know. Anything you know it's coming up?
Honestly, no, I'm not sure. I imagine some people have. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I haven't been as paying attention to music for like the last maybe couple, like 3 months.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know.
Pumpkins.
Oh yeah.
39 minutes.
Well,
Well,
wrapping it up here for the week.
yeah. Took a couple weeks off. We're hopping back into the
Yeah,
water.
I swear I'll do the YouTube channel
Yeah.
for this soon.
I'll be up soon.
And then once that's all set up, we'll try to get this more on a regular
Yeah.
basis type.
We're
Zoned,
some busy
zoned
time.
in a little
Yeah.
bit. Or not.
getting back into it. All right. GG, everyone.
GG.